First and foremost, you got to identify a mentor. You got to have somebody to follow. Who's going to be my coach? You know? And that individual, and I tell people this all the time, some people look at their upline person and they say, oh man, you know, this person doesn't know everything. This person gave me wrong information. But somebody told me a long time ago, you can learn something from everybody. Right? You can learn what to do and also what not to do. Right? So, take everything you can from everybody in your upline and downline. But your mentor can be somebody totally different. I'll tell you right now, Steve Carter is my mentor in the business. Steve Carter is about 10 levels up above me, probably even more, okay, in the business. And I can tell you, when I first got started in the business, I can count on one hand how many times I talked to Steve Carter, right, in a period of 6 months. But one thing is for sure, I was able to download and pull a lot of his information. I was able to follow Steve Carter, you know, through multiple social media sites, and I was able to take the information that he was putting out and apply it, and ultimately it got me to a position in 5 Links where, guess what? He started looking like, who is this guy? I need to reach out to him, and now I've got Steve Carter on speed dial. You know what I mean? That was who I looked to for guidance and advice in the business. So there's not to say that your mentor in this business has to be somebody that you always can reach out and touch. That's an ideal concept, but don't let that deter you from finding a quality mentor. Okay? I know people all the time that tell me, hey, Les Brown is my mentor. You know, Robert Kiyosaki, he's my mentor. Right? These are individuals that write material, motivational stuff. They're professional individuals. There's nothing to say that any one of those people couldn't be your mentor, but find somebody that you can get behind that's successful and can give you what you need to be successful in this business. Skepticism and hesitation can be quicksand in your business. What do I mean by that? Many people that you talk to in this business are going to be skeptical. That's fine. They're not in the business. But the problem that we have most of the time is a lot of the business partners that we have are still skeptical, which makes them not coachable. Because they're skeptical and you tell a person, hey, go out and put me in front of as many people as you can in the next 30 days so we can get you this bonus. If they're skeptical, guess what they're thinking in their head?
I don't have anybody.
I don't have nobody. Why I got to give you all these names? Why I got to have a PBR? Why I got to show up to the meeting? Right? That doesn't sound like it's going to work. That person is a skeptic. And they're their biggest enemy. Instead of spending their time, and you'll see this later on, instead of spending their time being a skeptic, let's find a way to make it happen. If this guy right here, my mentor, is telling me that in order to be successful, you got to go out and give me a list of 10 names, then guess what? I'm giving you a list of 20 names. Why? Because you're successful and I'm trying to get to where you are. And if you tell me to do it, I'm going to do it without any questions, regardless if it makes sense to me or not. Because that's what it takes. Now, you must be able to accept constructive criticism. How many people have problems with that in their day-to-day life? I'm above reproach. I can't do no wrong. I know you told me not to tell them all about the business, but I think it'll be okay. It'll still be all right. I didn't tell them too much. And then when they don't show up to a meeting, you wonder why. If your upline person tells you, put people in your car. How many times y'all have heard me say that at the Wednesday meeting?
All the time.
Right? Put them in your car. If you don't put them in your car, they won't come. And how many times have Wednesdays come and gone, and we got people standing up at the front, looking at their cell phones, looking down the street, hoping that somebody's going to come. Right? And then they don't show. And all I do, I sit back and I look and I say, am I speaking the same language? Like you want people in your business and I'm telling you what to do, And those people that are listening to me, they walk in with a truck full of people. They got people in the back seat. They got people in the front seat. I'm waiting for somebody to have somebody strapped to the trunk. But bottom line, they getting people in the room. So if your upline's telling you that's what you need to do to get people exposed, and you know that you got some senior vice presidents that on average have an 85% close rate. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I keep the numbers. I look at how many prospects is in the room every Wednesday because I'm trying to get better. And based on that, I look at how many people sign up every week based on that. And I can confidently tell everybody here that when she and I are in front of any room, whether it's here or in the States, we have an 85% close rate. That means 85% of the people that y'all put in front of us, they're going to sign up. Now, in my mind, that's a powerful tool to have in your kit. So that means you telling me right now, if I bring 10 people to you, you're going to close better than 8 of them. You're going to close 8, 9 of those people. That's what you're telling me right now? And I know that's what I need to get to the next level? Man, I got to do this. Y'all with me? These are the things that make a difference. Because again, this is a business. This isn't a social club. It's not the Boy Scouts. It's not the Book Club of America. This is a business that we're running. So we got to do the things that are going to help us. And being coachable is one of them. And the last thing, most importantly, you got to be excited. My wife hit it on this on her last training. If I come to you very cavalier, very lackadaisical about my business, you're not going to want to hear about what I got to offer. If I invite you to a meeting or a presentation and I'm not excited about it, then guess what? The chances of you coming are about this. Especially if I know you just did a full day of work. You done went to work, and if the meeting is at 6:30, you got just enough time to get something to eat, maybe go home and check on the kids, and then I want you to come out to this meeting. So that means, guess what? I got to use every ounce of energy in my body to get you there. My rule of thumb is, guess what? I got Jay-Z and Beyonce tickets, backstage. That's what the meeting is like to me when I'm talking to people. That's how excited I am about it. And I can't wait to give you these tickets. But guess what? They're limited. So if you want to come see Jay-Z and Beyonce, guess what? You need to get in the car with me. Y'all with me? That's the excitement level that you need to have when you're talking to people. If you treat it like it's some back door, you know, hey, I want you to come check this out. You know, it's just something that I think you would like. They're going to be looking at you like, man, hey, am I going to get arrested for this? Is this legal? No, I'm good. And they're going to come up with every excuse in the book on why they can't make it. I mean, I got one guy, he was so creative when I first got into business. Every single week, he had a different excuse. He never used the same excuse. I'm like, bro, how do you do it? It got so bad that one time he ended up telling me that he broke his collarbone and he couldn't make it. He's on his way to the emergency room, knowing that I'm going to see him at work the next day. But I got to give him credit because, I mean, he just didn't want to come. Today, I will tell you right now in this business, he's a national director. He's a national director. I finally got him to a meeting. I had to go to him and bring the meeting to him, but I got him to a meeting. Y'all with me? And it was through my excitement that he finally said, okay, let me see what you got. Because you're over the top with this. And if you know that's not in your personality to do that, then guess what? That's great because people will notice the difference. If you're known to be a very laid-back type of individual and you show excitement with something like this, that's going to command people's attention that know you. Because they're going to say, wow, whatever this thing is, it's got these guys excited. So I need to check out what it's about. Make sense? Okay. Now, when we talk about communication,